this past spring when we came back into our classrooms, I went, I sort of walked around the room, and I had been physically on campus at like once. And I passed by my whiteboard, and on the whiteboard where, like sometimes you just let kids draw on it or whatever, there was this bubble, and it says, 2020, here we come. So apparently a student like back in December had written that like in anticipation of the new year. And I just left it up there, and had never noticed it, never thought of it. But I looked at it, and again in April 2021, I was like, wow, 2020, yes, here we come.
Yeah.
So what? I don't really remember a lot about that actual day, like Friday, I know the date, Friday, March 12th. I remember it was, there was a little bit of that like last week of school kind of feeling, because like everybody knew that school was closing and things were happening. And so like the numbers were diminishing in the classroom. I remember it was one of those days where I was like putting things away in my drawers and trying to find the stuff I was supposed to have for 2 weeks. And like kids are just huddled in little groups talking to each other. Like no teaching was going on. I got home and we sat down, and my wife received a couple pictures from folks at the local grocery stores, and somebody had shared pictures of like the grocery stores shelves being empty. And I'm not like a real panic kind of person, and I didn't go to panic, but it was just like, something's really happening here. And then honestly, because I've been doing this for so long, it feels, and I go through stages where I'm like, man, I'm just tired of everything and how everything is and how much of a struggle it is to do our job. There was like this brief moment where I was like, I feel this weird sense of liberation right now. Like I'm sitting on my couch, it's Friday, and school is about to close in a different way than I've ever seen it close before. And it was like this, some sort of like portal was opening. Like I've never seen this happen. I don't know what is good or not good or going to be bad, but I've never seen anything like it. And there was something oddly, I guess, interesting about it.
It's 5 o'clock.
Does that sound, I don't know if that sounds crazy, but I was like, well, all right. So I know I'm not going back to my school site for 2 weeks. This is interesting.
Right.
And I sort of had this mindset of, okay, we're out of school for 2 weeks, and I have the lessons for the 2 weeks, and that's what everybody's supposed to do. And I guess I'll see in 2 weeks what's next. In the first days, my initial thoughts were, well, we have this time with their kids. Like we're home with their kids. So we had a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old, and naively, I'll just say, I got this time with my kids. Like I have this time with my family together in a circumstance that I've never seen before.
Right.
Now, that was cool for like 3 days. And then, like, oh, we did yoga together. We went on walks together. We did this together. We did that together. And then it was like, ooh, this is really going to be a haul. And our oldest son, his preschool shut down about 3 days after we shut down. So when he couldn't go to preschool anymore, that's when things got pretty real.